Hello and welcome. Today I'd like to talk to you about how to overcome the coronavirus anxiety. I know there is a lot of stress out there right now, and you're hearing a lot of scary stories about this new pandemic, and people are feeling cooped up and locked up and very anxious. It's natural to have some anxiety around this major disease outbreak, but you're not alone. Other people are feeling worried too. And at the same time, the media is constantly reporting and focus on creating more fear than is necessary. The media is good at this, and we really need to just take a breath and step back. You likely don't need to be worried, especially if you're already following the guidelines that have already been set out. Fortunately, there are a lot of things that you can do to put your fears at rest, and that's what this video is going to focus on. The positive aspects and things that we can do to cope with this current anxiety. Hello, my name is Dawn Casey with over 20 years of human resource experience. I now help people with their career challenges, changes, and of course questions. Welcome to the Career Rescue Coach YouTube channel. What makes this channel a little bit different from the others is that I've been in the career field for over 20 years and have been advising employees about all of these topics all those years. Also, I've had great success in applying many of the concepts that I talk about in my videos and in advising customers on how to navigate the career waters. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe and push the bell. So let's get into our topic today, how to overcome the coronavirus anxiety. So let's talk about some common sense ways to cope with anxiety around the coronavirus. First of all, one, keep it in perspective. Reports about the coronavirus likely sound very scary, so it's understandable that people are worried. However, 80% of cases are mild, and some people don't even know that they have it or have had it. Additionally, most people who get very sick will get better, so try not to worry. It's a very small percentage. Finally, some areas they don't even have confirmed cases of the coronavirus, so you may not be at risk at all depending upon where you live. COVID-19 causes respiratory symptoms like fever, cough, and shortness of breath. However, it's very similar to the common cold or flu. Be sure to check it out, but it could just be a cold or the flu. So coronavirus infections are also very rare in children. So you don't need to be especially worried about your kids getting sick, especially if they're doing the standard washing their hands, avoiding touching their face, things like that. Kids are just at a very low risk. Here is a link to the World Health Organization where they answer questions, verify facts. So it's a really good resource, a very reliable resource, and it's certainly better than social media. So let's take a look at some other statistics that again will put this more in perspective. According to the Centers for Disease Control, an estimated 24,000 to 63,000 died from 2019 to 2020 from the common flu. According to the National Cancer Institute, 599,108 died of cancer in 2017. According to the Center of Disease Control, 647,457 died of heart disease in 2017. So, remember these figures when they're talking about a very small percentage of the population that has died from this virus. As of the date of this video, April 9th, 2020, the percentage of deaths in the United States is 10,768 divided by 350 million. That percentage equals 0.0000307%, which is not even 1% of the population. While 1% is not great, we don't even want that much, understand we have to keep this in perspective, and that there are certainly a lot of other things going on at the same time that are much worse. And the good news is that we're getting better and better at dealing with this pandemic, and it will only get better from here. Number two, get your information from a trustworthy source. You're probably seeing a lot of stories about the coronavirus, and some of them may contain inaccurate or outdated information. Additionally, you might encounter some myths on social media. Be sure to check out all information and don't pass any postings along unless you've confirmed them. To ensure that you're getting accurate or reasonable information, stick to sources like the Center for Disease Control and Prevention and the World Health Organization. Popular media, please understand that their ratings only improve when it's sensationalized and it's bad. So, keeping that in mind, it may also not be completely accurate. Use accurate sources. Number 3, minimize your media consumption. Yes, that's what I said. Minimize your exposure. While it's good to stay informed, constantly reading or watching news updates can quickly become overwhelming and cause more anxiety than it's worth. Instead, designate specific times to check updates so you're not thinking about the virus all day and stressing out about it. Don't visit news sites or turn on the news outside of these times. And avoid social media if you're seeing too many updates there as well. Rather than turning on the news, go to reliable sources like the 2 websites that I shared. Avoid the hype, avoid the fear, avoid the anxiety. When on social media, don't get caught up in banter or discussions. People are getting very upset about this topic. Stay neutral on the topic or lessen your social media consumption as well. Number 4, learn the common misconceptions so you can tell and share with others. You can help yourself and others feel much calmer about the coronavirus outbreak by sharing any helpful information you find. If you see useful updates on the coronavirus from reputable news sources, pass those along. Share those with family and friends. Call out misconceptions when you see them in a nice way so that myths are not spread. And so now let's talk about what are some funny myths that are out there right now. So as I mentioned, the people that are at most risk are not children. The people that are at most risk are those with compromised immune systems that are maybe fighting other diseases or other issues, and also our elderly. So it is not our children that are at most risk. All right, here are some of the other myths that I thought were kind of interesting. Myth number 1, hand dryers can kill the new coronavirus. No, this is not true. According to the World Health Organization, hand dryers are not effective in killing the coronavirus. Instead, the best way, of course, is to protect yourself is by washing your hands, not touching your face, and to practice social distancing. Myth 2, spraying alcohol or chlorine all over your body can kill the new coronavirus. This is also not true, and it's also probably not very good for you. It's good to disinfect surfaces, but by spraying it all over your body will probably just cause irritation, so don't do that. Myth number 3, it isn't safe to receive a letter or a package from China. This simply is not true according to the World Health Organization. People receiving packages from China are not at risk from getting the coronavirus. The coronavirus germs just simply do not last that long on objects. They dissipate very quickly. Myth number 4, pets can spread the new coronavirus. Not only do pets not spread the coronavirus, so stop getting rid of your pets, they don't tend to pick it up either. According to the World Health Organization, they confirm that presently there's no evidence that your domesticated animal can be infected with or spread the new coronavirus. So please hang on to your dogs. Please don't turn them into animal welfare. All right, so now let's talk about some very practical ways on how to cope with this anxiety that we're all feeling. So we talked about some of the things that cause this anxiety and how to kind of deal with that. Now I'd like to talk to you about how do we cope with that anxiety? What are some practical things we can do? Well, number 1, share your feelings with empathetic family and friends. If you're feeling worried about this, despite taking those precautions that you're already taking and being really careful, reach out to family and friends. Have some conversations about this. Vet it out and get it out. And then let it go. Because dwelling on it is not going to help us. It just causes more anxiety. So it's okay to express that anxiety, but move on. All right, number 2, practice stress relief. Stress-reducing exercises and activities can help you feel calmer and in more control of your own feelings around this. When you're worried about something like this, it will help take your mind off your fears. So things like meditating, doing yoga, going for a walk or a jog, spending time with family and friends, reading a book or watching a fun TV show, working on a hobby. Hobbies are really great, and especially creative projects. Maybe get together with family and do some creative projects to work out that stress. And it takes your mind into a different place when you're working on things creative. Number 3, write your feelings down to help them feel more manageable. Putting your worries into words can help you understand them better and make them feel less overwhelming. Jot down your thoughts in a notebook or a journal. Don't judge your thoughts and feelings, just write them down and then let them go when you close the book. Number 4, talk to a counselor if your anxiety is disrupting your daily life. If you just can't let go of that anxiety about the coronavirus, a counselor or a therapist is there to help. They can teach you better coping skills to deal with the fears in a healthy way and prescribe medication if that is what is needed for overall anxiety. You may need additional help if your worries are starting to interfere with your ability to work, sleep, or interact with others. You have intrusive or obsessive thoughts about the coronavirus, or you have fears about symptoms you're experiencing that don't get better even if a doctor reassures you that you don't have the coronavirus. Keep in mind, many counselors have office hours by phone now and are very much out there and ready to help. You know, on a personal note, I try not to get caught up in the fear and anxiety. I know personally it's not good for my health or my well-being, and I'm very protective of my mental well-being. And in fact, I don't check social media, I don't go on the news, but I do maybe go out and check once a week to see how we're doing, what's going on. I start off my days with motivational videos and positivity. I do practice each morning something called Miracle Mornings, and I highly recommend it. What it includes is journaling, prayer, meditation, and for me, motivational videos and exercise. It's how I start my day off every day. So, here's a funny slide to get you to laugh, and not to spoil the ending, everybody, but things will be okay. We will get through this. We are strong and resilient. All right, so we've talked about ways to keep anxiety at bay, some myths by the World Health Organization that have been dispelled, and ways to relieve anxiety. So please, please subscribe to this channel and push the bell to get notified for the latest videos. Be sure to check my Career Rescue Coach Facebook page out for great articles and conversation. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. Be sure to share comments and any conversation that you would like. And thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Dawn Casey as a Career Rescue Coach. And remember, change your job, change your life. Thank you so much. Be safe and be well.